Discover Cemeteries honours the dead by telling their stories. That I think everyone has a story, and to be able to bring this to life, I think is a very respectful way of honouring.
GMCT have a desire to activate cemeteries as public spaces for people to enjoy for activities other than just memorialising our loved ones, but also bringing people onto our sites to discover the history and heritage. The vision for the app and the history and heritage experience in the app is to bring to life the extraordinary lives of the people that we have in our care at Fortnum Memorial Park.
G'day there, the name's William Ernest Edwards, but you can call me
Marion Edwards.
Nah, Bill. Call me Bill.
When you're lucky enough to get a project like this, the first thing that strikes you is just, wow, there's so many stories, so much information. Where do I start? When we were doing our research, we found that there were just so many different individuals who would open up whole universes in terms of stories that we could tell. There was no visual style, no storytelling convention that could be consistent throughout. Every activation, every story, every video, animation or live action, every AR experience would be a universe unto itself.
We've aimed to represent the diversity of the Victorian community and to represent, I guess, the experiences that they've had as Victoria started to merge as society over time since our first burial in 1906. The main challenge around keeping stories authentic and accurate was that we first had to decide which stories, so we had to go through a process of working out who was in and out and why, and then also a process of consultation, because these stories aren't ours. They're either people's individual stories or community representational stories, and we had to get consultation from either a cultural perspective or maybe a religious perspective to make sure that we got things right. The strategy was to bring together a real-life experience at Fortnum Memorial Park with a piece of technology that would make that more than just wandering around the cemetery. And when we investigated what technology might be available to us, augmented reality looked like a way that we could do something that hadn't been done before in a cemetery setting and could make the experience of visiting our memorial park something that people could learn from and really enjoy.
We've managed to bring in all elements of our company, from developers to creative specialists, our editors, script writers. We've all had the opportunity to work on something which is very different, and I possibly don't think it's been done before in Australia. We're really happy, but more than that, we're really honoured because it's such such an important piece.
The creative process was fascinating, watching the biographies that we had as words on a page turn into scripts and then creative treatments from animation through to live action through to augmented reality really brought people's stories to life in a way that I think will be very engaging and interesting for the users of the app.
Was I really HDing? Well, maybe you'd better go and take a gander at those pictures yourself.
Oh, now that it's done, I feel incredibly proud to have been able to make stories come to life. Everyone has a story, and I think it's good to not just concentrate on the rich or the famous. The loved ones that are interred in our cemeteries have stories to tell, and we've been able to do that.
There were things that our staff didn't know, that I didn't know, that we were able to explore and really appreciate about both the site and the people in our care in a way that I think is amazingly special and something that I would encourage any other cemetery in the world to undertake.